Out on the Confederation Trail beginning this Sunday, you may see a young man running and a woman cycling alongside him. They'll both be wearing yellow tops that say Runman. I'm talking about 18-year-old Alex Bain and his mother, Janet Norman-Bain. Alex is autistic. Janet has a form of autism called Asperger's syndrome. Alex wants to make history as the first autistic to run across PEI. He and his mom have a couple of other reasons why they're undertaking a close to 300-kilometer trek across PEI. Recently, I got together with them on the trail. Okay, let's go for a run.
Hi, I'm Alex Bain. I'm supposed to run autistic to tip to tip.
Why are you going tip to tip?
Because safety training. To raise money.
To raise money?
Hi, I'm Janet Norman-Bain. Tip to tip from North Cape to East Point. We're starting on the 2nd of July, and we're going to hopefully end up in East Point on the 15th of July. About a half marathon a day for Alex, and I'll be going along with him on my bike.
And what's the point behind this?
Well, he started last year saying he wanted to be the first autistic to run tip to tip on the island. And I said, well, okay, we can do that. This spring, I realized there was a really good reason to turn it into not only an awareness raiser, but a fundraiser. We're bringing Dennis DeBott here from Florida, and he trains law enforcement, first responders, firefighters, school personnel on identifying autistics, dealing with them, especially in emergency situations, and also parents on how to keep their kids safe in the community. Last year when Alex started going off on my bike for a day up to Cavendish to take in all the amusement parks and go to the beach and all, I realized that I had better talk to the RCMP up there and introduce him, and I didn't want him picked up for biking while autistic or walking while autistic, and if their paths crossed and they didn't get the kind of reaction from him to a question they expected, you know, they might wonder if he was capable of being there by himself, which he is. And so we got him into the system, so if any trouble came up, they would know who he is and what he's all about. And hopefully we'll get most of the island autistic kids into the system so that they'll be safe.
So this has obviously been an issue either here or in other jurisdictions. If there's somebody that has expertise in educating law enforcement personnel on, is it recognizing autism, knowing how to communicate? Yeah,
it's recognizing autism and being able to distinguish it from other behaviors, and then knowing how to communicate with them, making the best of the situation so that the unfortunate situations don't happen.
Do you like running, Alex?
Yep.
What do you like about running?
We're starting at school, cross-country running, and go to 2004 Adventure Senior Boy Team for Bluefield.
And you've done really well in the Roadrunners, haven't you?
Yeah, starting 2 years ago.
He burst onto the scene the first year running and you know, breaking 20-minute 5Ks and almost breaking the 40-minute 10K, and was 27th out of 400 and some in the half marathon. But then he seems to settle down to just run. Now he's not racing to race or running to race. He's running to run.
He's maturing as a runner.
Yeah, really enjoys it. We have wallet cards. We'll be giving it to everybody that explain, you know, phrase things simply, rephrase if you have to, give them time to respond. And those kind of tips about communicating in emergency situations. Communication skills are not necessarily the greatest to begin with, and under stress they're going to go down, and so we want to be proactive here and keep the community safe and get everybody educated, and they're very keen to be educated, which is really, really great.
Have there been situations for Alex or for you where communication could have been better?
Autistics are known to wander, and he was a wanderer when he was younger. This is not only specific to autism, but any developmental disabilities, and also Alzheimer's, because Alzheimer's wandering issues and autism wandering issues are pretty much the same. Yeah, I think we lost Alex once there when he was young, and like I said, when he started going off on his own, I wanted to make sure that he was safe out there, because he's independent enough to go out there and be out there as long as, you know, certain supports are there, and he doesn't really need any except awareness.
So in terms of awareness, what are you hoping that people will have a clearer understanding of when it comes to autism?
Mostly the positive aspects of autism. There's a lot of bad press going on about what a horrible thing autism is, and we don't see it that way. Alex graduated from Bluefield with honors, with top marks in 2 of his courses and another prize on top of that. There's a lot of wonderful things in Alex's life, and that's what he sees, and that's what we all see. And there's been enough said about autistic disability. We want to highlight some of the abilities and what we're capable of. This whole thing, from the posters and t-shirts to the website, has all been done by autistics, myself and people that I know on the internet, and Alex himself.
What has running done for Alex? Because I've been kind of witnessing him through being a member of the PEI Roadrunners and seeing his presence on that website.
I can't say enough about the PEI Roadrunners. They welcomed him with open arms. When he first started, he was up for a 5K, having done cross country at school. Didn't know if he could do a 10K. By the time I missed him at the finish line of his first race because I didn't expect him so soon. He finished 17th in that race. So he was keen to do a 10K after that, from there to a 20 and a 25 and a half marathon. And just Saturday morning race mornings are it for him. I think he's missed 3 in his career, and that could not be avoided. He was the Rookie of the Year the first year. He was the Inspirational Runner of the Year this year. He's got friends there and a social life, and it really is the highlight of this week.
Yeah, people race in PEI Marathon weekend.
That's fun. You did the half marathon?
Yep,
Are you going to run in it this year?
yep, just a half.
The half. Just.
We might be ready for the marathon when we get this one done.
Well, you'll be doing almost a half marathon every day. That was Alex Bain and his mother, Janet Norman-Bain. They will be leaving from North Cape this Sunday and hope to wind up at East Point on July 15th. To find out more about the Runman Run and how you can make a donation, you can check out their website at planetautism.com/runman. And you can also find information at peiroadrunners.ca. The workshop they're raising money for will take place September 27th, and you can get more information about that on their website. And you can also make donations through any credit union on the island and through the PEI Council of the Disabled.